Senior Living Today, brought to you by these fine sponsors: Wires Inc., First Class Realty, Triangle East, and Ward Specialty Pharmacy.
Hello, welcome to Senior Living Today. Tonight you have me as your host, Devin Bolding. I'm the office coordinator, manager, whatever you want to call it, at Statewide Insurers Group. And unfortunately, our other dynamic duo is not with us tonight, but we're still going to give you a great show, so don't worry. First, we're going to kick it off with telling you and just thanking our sponsors, Wires Inc., Brian West, Off on Sunset. They can do it all. Whatever you need done to that car, they can do it. They can also add tint to your house. Lots of different things. I learn new things from them constantly. So give them a call. Ward Specialty Pharmacy, Patrick Ignacio, also on Sunset, just a different part across from Harris Teeter. They specialize in compound drug use and whatnot, and they can help you out with that. If they can help your pets, anything and everything. So give them a call because they can definitely help you with your prescriptions, maybe even cut costs. You never know. And lastly, First Class Real Estate, Triangle East, Brett Hill and his team are conquering this red hot real estate market right now. Whether it's residential or commercial, it is selling, and it is a hot time to buy or sell. Really, it's hot everywhere. So but yeah, so those are our sponsors. We're very grateful to have them. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and we're just going to dive in. So our guest tonight is the one, the only, Mary Beth Dilday.
Hey y'all.
If you recognize her shirt or have seen her around town, she is the owner of Treasure Chest, the sale itself. And so we're going to talk all about that, some of the upcoming events they have, and the expansion into sunny day events as well. Yes. So let's just kick it off. So are you originally from this area? Or?
I am born and raised over in Edgecombe County my whole life. Lived there, I say my whole life, but until I went to college, and I went off to college and then to Raleigh in the big city of Charlotte with my husband, and then we moved back here 7 years ago because Rocky Mount was calling our name, man.
I think we all have to go do the big city thing at some point, because I graduated and said, I gotta go, I gotta get out of here. I went to ECU first in Greenville, and then I was like, Raleigh is calling my name. So I moved there, and then me and my husband ended up doing the commute back and forth, and sure enough, we're back here as well. Yes. So Rocky Mountain's apparently calling a lot of people home.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. So how did Treasure Chest Sale come to be? What do you do with it? What all is entailed within that?
Okay, so when we lived in Charlotte, this was back in 2013, I was a big time eBayer.
Okay.
Selling on eBay, and I loved it, but I had too much stuff because, man, I'm a sucker for a bargain. So I would go to those yard sales and find great stuff, and then I had too much. So my girl in my Sunday school class said, why don't you try selling at a consignment sale? I said, what's a consignment sale? She explained it to me, so I'm going to explain it to you. So it's a pop-up event. They set up for like 6 or 7 days. Local family members bring their things that they price themselves. Okay. They choose all the information, the category, the size, and put on the tag and print the tag at home and bring it in. And then I got to keep 65% of what I sold. And I didn't have to have a yard sale. And that was amazing. And it went so well. And I thought, well, okay, so you said you went to ECU. I went to ECU as well. When I took my career assessment test in my third year because I didn't know what my major was going to be.
I changed my major in my third year.
It said, Mary Beth, you should be a funeral director or an event planner.
Whew.
I went down the event planner route. So I said in Charlotte, well, I'm an event planner. I think I could do this.
There you go.
And, but Charlotte has about 30 pop-up consignment sales.
Wow.
And guess how many Rocky Mount had? Zero. There have been some from time to time here in Rocky Mount, but at the time they had none. And I knew we were moving back here, hopefully within the next 2 years of that. That was 2014 when we had our first sale. And so we chose Rocky Mount, and it right off the bat, we just took off, and people loved it, and we just loved being able to help families find gently used, affordable items. Because when I say gently used, we are not talking thrift store on the floor, dirty, grandma's attic stuff.
Right.
We're talking things that come in and we curate them. We inspect everything for cleanliness, make sure there's no missing buttons or broken zippers, there's no chips on the picture frame. Everything gets inspected by our very observant inspectors.
That's awesome.
Before we open to the public. So I really love being able to help families find things for their home and for their kids. And I really love helping moms, because it's usually moms that consign with us, make some extra cash. And you know, some of those moms use that cash to pay for fun stuff, like a weekend at the mountains. Wouldn't that be so nice right now?
We were just talking
Oh, my
about the
goodness.
weather. Woo!
Or maybe they'll use it for dance classes, but you know, some families are using it for groceries or for gas or to pay the light bill. So I really
That's
love
awesome.
being able to send those checks out at the end of the sale. You know, last year our average consignor check was around $275.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's pretty good for about 8 hours of work that you put into doing the things that you need to do to consign. So that's how it all started, and here we are 9 years later.
Wow. So you kicked off with one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do multiple throughout the year?
So we've always done 2 a year. One
Okay.
spring sale for spring and summer items, one fall sale for fall and winter items. COVID, we had to cancel our spring sale because of COVID in 2020, but that meant our fall sale was just huge. It was
Booming.
amazing. And we had to do appointment shopping for a while because of COVID regulations. That's done now. Everyone can come. We don't have to have appointments to come in and shop now. Let's see. Well, last year we decided, you know, our fall winter sale is in September, but come November, December, you know, maybe the kids have grown a size, or maybe
It's true.
you didn't, when in September you were just thinking about Halloween costumes, you weren't thinking about winter clothes. So we did a trial run of the Christmas treasure chest sale, which was fantastic. We loved it. We
Ooh.
focused on things you give, like gifts, like
Right.
brand new things you wear. So
Okay.
Christmas and snow and winter items, and then things you decorate your home with. And that was
That's
just a
awesome.
really good combination of things. You know, we really focused in on those things. It went very well, and so we thought, you know, this year, our spring sale was a little earlier than usual. It was about a month earlier than we usually do it. And so we decided to do a summer fun pop-up sale in May, just before Memorial Day. It was really nice. We had nothing but summer stuff. We had
that's awesome.
sundresses and flip-flops and swimsuits and
All the beach goodies.
beach decor, all those sorts of things. It was just a lot of fun. So we have expanded a little bit. We've gone from 2 a year to this year we will do 4. 2 big
Wow.
sales like we've always done, and then 2 smaller ones.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, that's great.
Yes.
So you did a spring, you did a summer. So the next up is the September one.
So we've got our next sale coming up September 14th through 18th. That is the fall treasure chest sale, the fall winter
So that's
one.
the big one.
That's the big one. We're expecting to have around 30,000 items,
Okay.
individually priced and tagged
Wow.
with a unique barcode. So we do have regular checkouts where we take cards and cash. So it's really like going into a department store, but instead of buying a $75 dress, you're getting a $7.50 dress. In
Wow.
excellent condition for adult. We carry adult clothes as well as kids stuff, and we have very strict brand limits. So we don't have a whole lot of space for our adult clothes. So we make sure that we carry just the really special things. The higher end. I say higher end. Higher end to me is
Right, I get it.
Anything that's not Target is higher end to me. But you know, we carry a lot of belk brands, and then a lot of the specialty brands like Vineyard Vines, Lily Pulitzer, Tory Burch. We
Ooh.
really look for those kinds of items as well.
Okay, perfect. So with that, I mean, you're saying 30,000 items.
30,000 items, yes.
What in the world goes into prepping an event like that? How do they decide? How can they become a seller? What's the process of that?
Well, I've had many people say to me that I had the best job because I only have to work 2 weeks out of the year. And,
There's no way.
And honestly, I basically get 2 weeks off. No, it's
Right,
not that
truly.
bad. I do plan for about 3 months prior to each event. So I usually take a
Wow.
month off, maybe 2. So I usually take the month of December off, and I usually take April off and some of May to finish up with school because I have 3 kids, so we got to do that.
That is true.
It does take a lot of planning, but I love doing it. I'm a planner. I've been planning stuff since I was 3 years old, sitting in my granddaddy's lap and making him write the list of things we had to take camping. So I know how to plan something.
See, I love that.
Yes.
Cheryl tells everybody when I got hired on, he's like, she's the only person I ever knew that had a planner at 5.
Yep.
I had things to do at 5 years old, and I still have things to do now.
Well, I have a master list of all my lists.
Oh, wow.
But it's a living, breathing document because it does get changed. I have to
and
reprint it
evolve.
about every 3 or 4 days because, I'm always checking things off.
Wow.
Anyway, so we are accepting consigners still. Consigners are responsible for entering and tagging their own items, and the consignor gets to tag, set the price themselves. So maybe they think that dress is worth $5, maybe they think it's worth $50. I don't know. So the consignor can decide what they want for it. They can decide if they want to discount it on the last day. Then consignors bring everything in to us, and we set it all up department store style. So if you're looking for women's medium, you're going to go to the women's medium rack, and we'll have everything there.
Wow.
And then at the end of the sale, consignors can choose to pick up their things that didn't sell, or they can donate them. And our donations go to many local organizations
awesome.
and individuals that could use them. So we invite foster families to come and shop those donated items for free. They can get whatever they need, and not just for the foster baby, but for the rest of the kids, because when there's a foster child, the resources are limited for everyone. So we want them to get what they need for their family. We invite local organizations like my sister's house to come and shop for their thrift store that they have over at Benvenue Plaza, I think might be what it's called. And there are just several other organizations we invite that could use those things to come pick them up. And then I send a check out to consigners, which is my favorite day of the year, is printing those checks and signing them and showing pictures to the consigners of the stack of checks that I get to drop in the mail.
That's awesome.
It's really fantastic because I remember when I first started getting that check, how important that was to me and how I was able to do things with that I might normally. And I was a stay-at-home mom, so I was able to help out with our family budget.
That's awesome. I mean, guys, you really have to hear all the great things that this is doing. Not only can it benefit you and your family, but, I mean, offering it up to different organizations to come in and shop whatever's left over, whatever's donated, and then also, offering up to those foster families. I mean, this is something that gives back to our community, and that's an important piece of this, and it's truly a star component to it. But when it comes to this, as you mentioned, you are still accepting it. They tag it, they price it. So then on the last day, they have the option to discount it.
Yes, there's a button when they're entering their things online that says, do you want to discount this item by 50% on the last day? If they check the button, it will go half price. If they don't, it'll stay full price. And that's entirely up to the consignor.
Well, I truly, if it's me, I'm checking that 50% off, and then I'm donating it because I'm not coming back to pick it up once I've gone through all of this and I've dropped it off.
Yes, I would say over 50% of the people do donate these items, but some people come and get them back because their neighbor has just had a baby,
That's
and maybe
true.
they could use some
Maybe they
things,
can
or
use
someone
it.
at their church could use it. I don't care if they come get it or not. It's up to them because they know what the needs are in their community.
So do y'all box it back up at the end and then they come pick it up?
No,
or what's that process?
we print out a list of things that did not sell for them. It's all online, and I give them, when they come in, I ask if they would like to have an unsold item report, and if they do, I print one out, give it to them with a pen, and they can go look for their things. And we've made sure, if they're looking for a girl's size 6 dress, they'll go to the size 6s and find it right there.
That's awesome. So with 30,000 items, they get dropped off. How long does it take y'all to organize all of that? And do you have a team that comes in and volunteers with you?
I have a core crew. I'm going to shout out to Mandy Hudson, Michelle Briley, Stephanie Collins, Lydia Eichman, and Crystal Taylor. Those 5 girls, they are my core team. They get with me, and we're getting together next week to get the floor plan set up because we're changing things around every time a little bit. But I have a core team, and then we have consigners who come and they earn extra percentages by helping us do things.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's the quickest 30 minutes ever. We're already 15 minutes in, so we're going to take a quick break, go grab you a snack, come back, and we'll continue this conversation.
Sponsors: Wires Inc., First Class Realty, Triangle East, and Ward Specialty Pharmacy.
Statewide Insurers Group gave us choices in our Medicare coverage. Check out their options to answer your insurance needs. The choice is yours.
At Statewide Insurance Group, we work with every client as an individual case. We try to find what's going to work for you and your needs.
We really do all the research. I like to say we do the nitty-gritty so you don't have to, so we can accommodate everything you need from start to finish.
At Statewide, we want to find the fit that works for you. You need to give us a call. We can do a life review, health insurance, and all of the above. And we're located at 880 Country Club Road, right here in Rocky Mount. And telephone number is 252-316-8166. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Senior Living Today. If you missed the first part, I am Devin Bolding. This is Beth Dilday, and she is the owner of Treasure Chest Sale, and it's actually expanded into Sunny Day events. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm a planner. I'm an event planner, and I love it. And Treasure Chest Sale doesn't keep me busy enough.
That can't be true. That's
not true. But there were a couple of other things that I thought about over the last 3 or 4 years that I felt like Rocky Mount really needed, and no one was doing it. So I said, well, I guess I'll do it. So the first one was the Whistle Stop Holiday Market that we had our inaugural event last year. It is held at the Rocky Mount Moose Lodge as well. And by the way, the Rocky Mount Moose Lodge, those fellas over there and the ladies are just fantastic to work with. I really love working with them.
That's awesome. Is that where all of your events
That's
are
where
held?
all of my events are now.
That is fantastic.
It's a great, clean facility. We just love it over there. But it was at the Whistle Stop Holiday Market was at the Rocky Mount Moose Lodge. So we had almost 40 vendors. I think there ended up being 38 vendors.
Wow.
Come with handmade items, gifts, edible treats, vintage items, and they set up in their booth, and we had almost, I think it was right around 1,000 shoppers come in the door over the 12 hours we were open. So that is coming up again, December 2nd and 3rd this year.
I'm like already writing it down because I love me a holiday market.
Oh my goodness, the cotton candy was amazing.
Oh,
there were
that's so
16
fun.
flavors of cotton candy. It was so much fun.
Had no clue there could even be that many.
I know. This Sunday, August 7th, the applications will open up for Whistle Stop Holiday Market. So if there are any vendors out there that sell the things I just mentioned, like gifts and cheesecakes.
Oh, yes. We love some cheesecake.
Gifts that you love to anything you love to make at Christmas and that you would sell. Handmade items. We had, some of the 31 style things, and then we had people with handmade bags as well. So we just looked for a variety of vendors to come, and Santa was there. I know Santa. Did you know that?
Ooh,
I got
you're
Santa
high up
to
on
come.
that list.
Santa came and visited with us, and we just had the best time. So that is coming up in December 2nd and 3rd, so that first weekend of December at the Moose Lodge.
Well, that is a great time frame too, because that's, as we're coming up on Christmas, picking up those special items. You don't always want to, while store-bought is great, supporting local is always our heart. And so, supporting those makers, supporting people in our community, because I know for me and my family, there really didn't used to be one in Nash County. And so whenever we wanted to go to those holiday markets, you had to go to the bigger cities, Raleigh and whatnot. And so having it right here in Nash County where we can support it, that's a great, great thing.
I love it. I'm an entrepreneur. It's in my blood. My grandfather was, and I've always done things to earn money. I just love it. But I really love seeing other entrepreneurs succeed, and especially when they're teenagers. We had one young lady that makes candles. Miracle is her name, Melted by Miracle. You know her mother from M&D
actually
Accounting.
Bought one of those. Yes.
I just love seeing her table set up with all the beautiful candles she made, and those things to me are so important to support our young people as they are learning about business and entrepreneurship, because that's hands-on experience they're getting, and you can't learn that at school.
Truly.
So I love supporting local businesses so much. So that was part of what Whistle Stop was all about. And it was named because Rocky Mount is a train town, right?
This is true. Runs right through it.
And my grandfather retired from the railroad, and my grandfather was just my favorite person in the world. He's the one that helped me write the list.
Oh.
And so, when I was thinking of what we were going to call it, just, trains and Rocky Mount and just whistle stop, it sounded cozy to me.
Well, it sounds also Christmassy the same way.
It is. And you know what, this afternoon as I was working on some of the paperwork for it, and I got to thinking about, cold frosty days and cinnamon and cider and pine and just
Already
the
putting
beautiful
together all
light.
those things.
Well, I got thinking about it, and I forgot for just a minute that it was 100 degrees outside, just for a minute, and it was a wonderful minute.
Paradise
y'all.
moment.
You should think about those things because it really does work.
Oh, truly. This heat is just too much for me.
Yes. Well, the other new event that we have coming up is called the Rocky Mount Kids Expo, and that is this Saturday at the Moose Lodge, August 6th from 10 to 3. We have around 25 vendors coming.
Oh, that's awesome.
And let me tell you what these vendors are. When we moved back to Rocky Mount 7 years ago, my oldest child was 9. I had 3 boys, and I didn't really know what kind of services and programs were around for kids. It took a lot of phone calls and internet searching, and I just didn't know. And last year when we needed a math tutor, we had such a hard time finding a math tutor for one of my sons. And so I got to thinking, wouldn't it be great if there was one place you could go and you could sign your son up for a math tutor and piano lessons and soccer all at the same time?
That would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Without spending 3 hours on the phone calling around and trying
checking availability.
Yes.
All the
so,
things.
Again, it's something that I think is going to be very beneficial to Rocky Mount's families, but no one had started it, and I thought, well, I guess it's going to be me again, and that's okay because this is what I love to do. I love to support small businesses. This one is actually not so much a business as it is a community service because I made the booth prices so low that anybody could afford it. Because my thought is that math tutor that only needs 3 or 4 more students, she can't go pay $200 or $300 for a booth, which is what the going rate is for a expo of this length of time elsewhere. But she can pay $10 for a table.
Oh, that's
so our
awesome.
booths start at $10. The largest booth is only $60, and that's an 8 by 10 foot booth. So that way, the people that the math tutor really only needs a table to have her information and a clipboard and to talk to people. But then someone that's maybe the gym that's coming, maybe they want to bring a video and some apparatus or something. Maybe they need more space, or maybe
they're going to do a demonstration.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I would love for a roller skating demonstration. How much fun would that be? We need to talk to Denise Watkins from Skyview.
Yes, have her skate around the Moose Lodge.
Yes.
Get one of the conga lines going.
But I really love the idea of the small business owners that have products, goods, and services for kids to be able to reach families, and for families to connect with those organizations and businesses in Rocky Mount that have those services and products for kids, because I bet there's things they don't even know are out there.
Truly. And this is the first time y'all are doing that,
This is the
correct?
very first time. We've never done this before. I've been planning it for a few months. Y'all, I have my own personal marketing ninja named Brittany.
Ooh,
and
look
she
out.
has been on top of it. So when you see that on Facebook, that's Brittany, and she's done a fantastic job of getting the word out. But we really want any families to come out. If you've got grandkids that maybe you want to get piano lessons for them, come out and see us, because I know we've got 2 or 3 piano teachers coming out.
Oh, that's awesome.
We've got a couple of tutoring services. We've got, scouting. So we've got the Boy Scouts and Trail Life and American Heritage Girls and Girl Scouts coming out. So that you can get information about these organizations that have things that your kids really are going to need. And, my goal is to do it 3 times a year at the beginning of each season, before the fall season, before the spring season, and the summer season. So I'm just really excited about this weekend.
Well, and really it's a great thing, too, because, coming out of the season of the COVID times, and then this past year was really the first year that all the students were back face to face, and then so now we're going into our second year face to face, and so getting them back involved in the things that they love, or discovering those new passions. I mean, that this is the time in the season to do it, and an exciting time too.
It is.
And so I mean, because school is coming up, whether we believe it or not, very quickly, and some of you are like, "Whoa, thank goodness," and others are like, "So sad that some summer's ending.
I'm a little sad because my kids start back Monday, and
Wow, they start quick.
I really like to sleep in the mornings, so I'm gonna have to, reprogram myself to get back up early. So no more
later
sleep-ins for me.
later moments. Okay, well wow. So that's coming up. And you said it's from 10
to 3 at the Rocky Mount Moose Lodge.
Is there an admission to get into
No
it?
admission.
Okay.
Whistle Stop Holiday Market and Kids Expo, there's no fee to come in. In fact, Treasure Chest Sale, there's no fee to come into that either, except for when we do our fundraising. I do want to mention real quick.
Yes.
We're doing a pre-sale on Wednesday, September 14th. We always do a pre-sale, and it benefits a local person or organization within our community that needs the funds.
awesome.
Whether it's an individual organization or an organization, they need those funds. And this year it's going to the Ethan Robbins Scholarship Fund at Faith Christian School. He's a young man that lost his life last year, and his family has set up a really great scholarship fund to help students go to Faith, which is where he went, and he loved it very much.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome that y'all do that each time. So with that, they pay to come early and shop?
They shop before the general public shops. The only people that shop before them are my crew, the people that work with us.
Right.
Because I got to give them a reason to come work with us, right? So they shop but it's our very first pre-sale. It's $10 per person to come in, and 100% of that $10 is going to go to that Ethan Robbins Scholarship Fund.
That is fantastic. Wow. I'm looking at the time, and
I know it's time to go.
Blowing my mind how quickly this is going. We're both talkers, so it makes it fly by anyways. But this has just been such great information. You're doing so much in our community, from the awesome sales that you're bringing into our hometown, so it keeps everything local, to the organizations and the families that you're benefiting from start to finish. I mean, truly, your heart is just so big, and it comes through so clear.
I love my community, and I love the people here.
And that's what we need. That's what we need. We need this love in this community. So, well, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Wires Inc., Brian West. Go see them out on Sunset. They can soup up your car. Ward Specialty Pharmacy, if you have any prescriptions or anything for your pets that you're interested in what can be done for that, go speak with Patrick. And First Class Real Estate, if you have anyone in your life that is searching for, whether it's residential or commercial property, they can help with either of those. So definitely reach out. Oh, and your phone number. How do people get in touch with you?
They can find me on Facebook on any of those, Treasure Chest Sale, Whistle Stop Holiday Market, or Rocky Mount Kids Expo, or you can text me or call me, 919-414-7764. It's my personal phone. Call me. Just don't call at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Call me.
Reasonable hours.
And I'll answer any questions, walk you through anything you have questions about. I'm always here to help our vendors and consigners and shoppers.
Definitely. Awesome. So if you're interested in selling, or if you're interested in coming out to these events, definitely come out. Take the grandkids, especially to this upcoming Kids Expo. I mean, bring them out. If nothing else, just the community involvement, getting to see what our community has, and maybe you can recommend it to someone else. But thank you for tuning in. As always, Statewide Insurance Group, we're here to help with any of your insurance needs. We say our plans protect your plans. You can give us a call at any point. Our number is 252-316-8166, and you can actually call or text that number. So definitely tune back in next week. Joey Bright should be back to entertain you as well. So definitely tune back in, and we will see you then. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'm Daniel Moss, owner of Cornerstone Funeral Home, and I'd like to invite you and your family to give our family an opportunity to serve you in your time of need. And we offer a full line of funeral services, everything from visitations to graveside services to cremations on site with a live crematory, as well as a banquet hall to meet the catering needs of our families that we serve. We offer catering service. We offer refreshments prior to visitations and services of our family. And we want to invite you to come and experience the difference here at Cornerstone Funeral Home.